Right, we are just going to be doing some more multiplying of polynomials, trying to get a little bit tougher here. The first one that I'm going to deal with is 2x plus 5 raised to the second power. When we do this problem, what I'd like you to think of is if I had 3 to the second power, that would actually mean 3 times 3. So the same thing when this 2x plus 5 is raised to the second power, it actually means 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5. So this is the problem we're actually going to be working instead. We don't just want to distribute the square inside. That will not get us the right answer. So now from here, we can go ahead and use our methods. I'll actually do both ways just in case you need them. So I'm going to circle the 2x. That gets distributed to both parts. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. And then 2x times 5 is a positive 10x. And then circle my 5, it gets distributed to both parts. 5 times 2x is a positive 10x, and 5 times 5 is a positive 25. Okay, then from here we'll have 4x squared, 10x and 10x is a positive 20x, plus 25. Right, and then if you did that the rectangular method, we'll have 2x and 5 on one, and we'll have 2x and 5 on the other as well. And then filling in my boxes, 2x times 2x is 4x squared, 2x times 5 is 10x, 5 times 2x is 10x, 5 times 5 is 25. So then if I combine like terms, I'll get 4x squared, those 10x's and 10x's combine into 20x plus 25. So notice either way, I once again got the same answer. All right, let's say I have 4x minus 7 times 4x plus 7. All right. I'm just going to work it both ways. This problem, it might look like a little different, like we're going to get 0 or something, but let's just see what happens. So if I circle the 4x, we're going to distribute it to both parts. I'll get 16x squared, and then 4x times 7 is a positive 28x. And then let's take the minus 7 times both parts. Negative 7 times 4 is negative 28x, and then negative 7 times 7 is not 0, it's negative 49. All right, then from here, let's combine like terms. I'm going to get 16x squared, positive 28x, minus 28x. Actually, they just cancel each other out, and then I'll just get minus 49. We will not put plus x because that would mean plus 1x, and there are no x's left. All right, if you were to do the rectangular method on this one, I'd get 4x. Don't forget you have to bring down the minus 7, and then 4x and a positive 7. Here, 4x times 4x is 16x squared, 4x times 7 is 28x, negative 7 times 4x is negative 28x, and negative 7 times 7 again is not 0, it's negative 49. So then combining like terms, 16x squared, 28x and negative 28x totally cancel each other out, and we get minus 49. All right, just a couple more problems here. We've got x minus 2 times the quantity 5 plus 3x minus 6x squared. Let's put in there. All right, when I'm working this problem, notice that I've got a binomial times a trinomial this time. The way that we work it is not going to be any different. I'm going to work this one both ways, but I'd actually suggest doing the rectangular method on this one because I think it helps you stay more organized and get the right answer more often than not. All right, so we're going to start with the x. This time when I distribute, I actually just have to distribute to 3 different parts. So x times 5 will be 5x, x times 3x will be positive 3x squared, x times negative 6x squared will be negative 6x to the third. All right, now we're going to take our minus 2 times all 3 parts, and when I do that I'll get negative 10, I'm actually just going to put it down here, negative 10x, actually it's just negative 10, sorry about that. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x, and then negative 2 times negative 6x squared will be positive 12x squared. Now we get to put our parts together. I'm going to start with the highest power first, so negative 6x cubed goes first, and then we've got a 12x squared and a 3x squared, which will give me plus 15x squared, and then we've got a 5x and a negative 6x, which will give me negative 1x, and then we've got our minus 10. All right, so now I'm going to work the rectangular method, and hopefully you'll find this easier. So we've got x and minus 2, and then we've got 5, positive 3x, and a negative 6x squared. Again, this just helps us keep our parts a little bit more organized and helps us to make sure we got everything. Okay, this box is x times 5, which is 5x. This box is x times 3x, which is 3x squared. This box is x times negative 6x squared, which is negative 6x cubed. This box will be negative 2 times 5, which is negative 10. This box is negative 2 times 3x, which is negative 6x, and this box is negative 2 times negative 6x squared, which is positive 12x squared. This way it kind of helps a little bit because you have your like terms at diagonals, which should make it easier. All right, so starting out with the highest power, we'll have negative 6x cubed, 3x squared and 12x squared will be a positive 15x squared, 5x and a negative 6x will be negative 1x, and then we have our minus 10. So notice we get the same answer both ways. Rectangular way is easier for me on that one. All right, last problem in number 8. Let's put a 7 there. And actually, I'm just going to work this the rectangular way because that's the way that I like it the best. 2x and a negative 5. You might want to pause the video and try this yourself. See how you do. Notice I am remembering to bring those negative signs with me because that will just be a tragic error if you don't. Alrighty, 2x times 4x squared is 8x cubed. 2x times negative 3x, negative 6x squared. 2x times negative 7, negative 14x. Lower row, negative 5 times 4x squared, negative 20x squared. Negative 5 times negative 3x, positive 15x. Negative 5 times negative 7 is positive 35. All right, we've got our like terms going diagonally again, starting with 8x cubed, a negative 20x squared, and a negative 6x squared will give me negative 26x squared, and then 15x and a negative 14x will give me a positive 1x, and then plus 35. So there we go, we have it. So hopefully now you're getting really good at multiplying polynomials.